they call them.
If your erection maintains beyond 4 hours, immediately contact a medical professional.
Well, we've been streaming for 2.5, so I'm okay.
Uh-huh. Okay, let's see. First things first, I'm going to move this stream chat out of the way. And we should be live, and I will be welcome everyone to Farming Simulator 2011. 11, what am I
Achievements!
saying? Yes. This
Oh,
game
I'm
has
happy already.
achievements. And this has co-op multiplayer. And a mission mode. Which is basically just tutorials.
It's all the
actually.
farming you could want. Look at that tractor. Look at.
But we are going to start a new career mode. So let's go with save game 1. We will be playing on normal. And we will be using map 1 because it is the only map I have.
First
It has
step in
DLC.
career is find a cousin to marry.
Sorry, it has DLC.
This has shitloads of DLC.
Farming
It also
Simulator
has
DLC.
a thriving mod community with over 4,000 extra vehicles. If there is
Like the save game
yeah.
icons.
If there is a tractor ever put into industrial production, you can download it for this game. I am not even kidding. There is this crazy Russian guy, he's been going through these Soviet archives of converted war tractors and putting them in the game.
This is like a whole new community you've exposed to us.
It is insane.
The seedy underbelly of the farming world.
So, yeah.
This needs to be your next
Farming
19 weeks of
2011.
streaming.
Well, I have already promised you to make a full LP of this, so we'll see what happens, I suppose. I'm going to dodge that I, because it only tells us, well, we got a farm simulator, but I'm not a retard, so I know what this game is all about. This game is all about getting into my red lizard tractor and then getting on the road.
Red lizard tractor.
Check this shit out, first person mode.
Actually, that's a pretty good username, Red Lizard Tractor.
It does sound a lot like something that would go on SA, doesn't it?
I bumped into an Xbox Live person called Black Panther Tit,
What?
and they killed me on Gears of War back in the day.
Huh. In any case, let's just give ourselves a quick overview of the farm. This here is the drop-off point in our grain silos. Here's where we get the different grains that we can plant and also deliver. Anything dumped in there is automatically sorted into one of the 4 silos. Over here are some garage buildings, and over here is our hay drop-off. Hay is used only to feed cows, which is sadly the only animal that you can keep in this game. I missed out a bit there.
Why would they have like the miles per hour? It's a fucking tractor.
Well, that's actually important because each tool that you can attach to your tractor has a maximum speed. If you go above that speed while trying to use the tool, it's literally ripped straight off the tractor.
So you have to keep your speed down.
Yep.
That's not fun.
The funny thing is that it actually has a the ability to lock speed to a certain level. And for the early tools, that is approximately something like 4 miles per hour in some of them. And
So on
then
this-
you have to clear out a field the size of a field. It takes a while.
On the scale of like realism versus like artistic liberties, does this go well up for the realism end of the spectrum? Because keeping below a speed to keep your shit on your tractor, that's the sort of thing game designers are like, well, this isn't fun, so we'll take this out.
Well, this is about farming. Well, at least they did add one thing. You can
I suppose it
teleport
is a
by pressing
simulator,
tab.
isn't it?
So I can teleport over here, and most importantly over here, because you actually start with one field fully grown. So let's have a look at how this works. First of all, we need to drive up to this actual combine and attach that. And then we press J to turn on the cutter, and we just get going.
When do you get to woo the girls of the village?
There is no human interaction in this game whatsoever.
Just
Well,
like
that'd be
normal
fun.
farming.
Pressing 4 locks us to working speed, which is apparently 7 miles per hour with this particular machine. As you can see, we are now harvesting. Just look at those beautiful sprites. Yep.
I feel this thing isn't
Now,
ever going to live up to the reputation it's garnered.
Sadly, no. And yes, there is a separate button to activate the blades, there is a separate button to lift the blades when you're turning, there is also a separate button to detach the blades, there is also a separate button to hire an automated AI worker which will harvest for you, which is what
I
I
thought
will
you
be
said
doing.
there were
in a
no
few
other
moments.
humans, or does the worker not show up and the thing just moves by
The
itself?
worker actually does show up.
Maybe the farmer's like having like a fling with the worker.
Here we go. There
I
it
mean,
is.
he ain't got a wife, has he?
Nope. Now, look at this worker immediately, somehow, for some reason, decides to turn around. Because the AI in this game is painfully dumb. So, yeah. And off he goes.
Higher Polish button.
Yep, well this is a German game, so he's probably Turkish.
Is that their form of the job stealer? Every nation has a race that they stereotype as taking all their jobs. I think Americans
Yeah,
have
and that is
Mexicans.
definitely the Turk.
We have the Polish. They have the Turkish, I guess.
So, let's have a ride around in our tractor and see if we can actually plant something somewhere. You know, get this business started. Question is, where the hell am I right now? My opinion on basically all these simulator games from the same developer is that they are absolutely amazing. Because they prove that there is no thing, no matter how boring, that you cannot make a best-selling game out of. The Germans
Would you say
are
this is a
crazy
stimulating
for this
simulator?
series. Pardon?
Would you say this is a stimulating simulator?
No, I think that's a Dildo Worker Simulator 2011. That's a stimulating experience, alright.
Wait, do they actually have that?
No, sadly.
Damn.
Well, they do now.
They follow
Javelin
you
Enterprises, PLC.
I want to invest in your company.
We don't have any developers. It's just me in a barn. In a burning American flag.
Is that your normal outfit?
Yeah, it's my... When I go to clubs, you know, sometimes I spice it up.
through. Spray some axe on there. Makes a nice fireball. And yes, Q and Squirrel, they do indeed have a trash car game. They literally have a game where you drive a trash car around a virtual city picking up trash. For hours
Why does
on
that sound
end.
fun?
Well, I don't know. You're crazy?
Is there a big market for these in Germany then? QM Squirrel, Chatman, German guy.
Chairman of the Chat.
Chat.
Yes, the Chat Noir. You know, the Black Chat.
Do you call it axe over there, Arthur? Because in the UK it's called lynx.
We call it lodjur.
Really?
They call it chat.
Because for us it's lynx deodorant, but it's the same people.
I'm lying,
Just-
by the way.
Whoa! See how easily deceived I am?
And yes, there is a cable car simulator set in San Francisco, which I personally find absolutely amazing. Because it's, I mean, it's just... I mean, where is the joy in that? I mean, train simulators is one thing, because I do know that autists and those suffering from Asperger's tend to absolutely love trains.
Extreme chairlifting.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me.
Prepubescent boys and old men enjoy this, apparently.
And me.
And
Right,
Arthur,
so, let's
who is
see.
a prepubescent boy.
We'll select our seed. And then we get to lower the sower.
Is it exquisite, though?
I think it is. This is some exquisite seed right here.
Are
So
you
then we
actually
know-
that man in the bar?
Oh yeah, definitely.
This game is actually a spin-off of Is,
Oh wait, shit,
or
it's
Ease,
empty.
however you say it.
Hmm. I wonder if we actually have any seats available at the moment.
Not after I climaxed.
I suppose.
Give me about an hour.
Let's see. Now I have to remind myself how the hell you actually fill these damn things. Hmm.
This is a fucking joke. Look at it. We waited for this. Weeks of
Bonk.
hype.
If you got hyped about this game, then that is definitely your own fault.
You heard the words farm simulator and you got excited. That's your problem.
I was about to say.
I'm seeing the good in everything these days.
I'm trying to remember, how the hell did you actually fill this bloody thing with? And spoilers, I haven't played this game for something like 4 months at least.
About
Not even-
50 years.
Well, yeah, as Kuhn Square says, only old men enjoy it, so...
The Berlin Wall was still up when this came out.
These machines built the Berlin Wall.
That's the primary objective of the game, put the
Also,
wall up.
look at this. I love that it actually has a jerky frame rate and movement. Now, for those unaware, I am running a top-of-the-line i7 machine with 8 GB of RAM and 2 modern NVIDIA cards in SLI. I can play Crysis at the highest settings at a smooth 60 frames per second, more or less, but this game jitters. I mean, it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I wonder how that harvester is doing, by the way. And he's just stopped in the middle of nowhere. And this is exactly why I hate the automated workers. So basically the only way to get this to work properly is to play online. And
This
get on a
is an
server
online
with,
mode.
yes, with up to 16 players.
Is it like
Okay.
co-op, or do you have to out-farm each other?
It's co-op. Basically, everyone just goes wild on someone else's save game.
So it's
As
like
wild
really
as you can
shit.
go on farming simulator.
It's really shit Animal Crossing, basically.
Well, yeah, if Animal Crossing had realistic farming equipment and took like 16 hours to do anything. Now, notice that I am playing this game in real time right now. And yes, the game does actually have a day and night rhythm, and time passes, which means that...
It's time passing real time. Please tell me it does.
It is
Just
right
like,
now, because that
You
is
have to
set
get up at 4 in the morning.
I think you get up at 5:30, which is
Oh,
actually
gotta go harvest my virtual crops.
Sadly, Slav, you can't harvest fields too soon. What you can do, however, is
Can you muck each other up? Can you troll, basically?
you control the ever-loving fuck out of people in this game. I could grab a planter and just drive in big X's across someone's field literally minutes before the crop ripens, totally ruining everything. I could drive a tractor in the way of his tractor, crashing into it and turning it over. It's... well, I think that if a group of goons got together and just started chasing around the German servers of this game, they would have the time of their lives.
Germany's what, like 2-hour flight? I'm gonna go to one of these cons and just fuck people up. But yeah, what now? Now who's lost their crops? You! You are the one who has lost your seed, because I'm exquisite. And then I'll catch fire.
There's a thing of beauty, that is. Now, as you may have completely ignored, I don't know, you have noticed, the third bar from the top is continuously filling up. That is the carry capacity of this particular combine. Now, the funny thing is that once that fills up, well, A, you can't actually harvest anymore, and B, you have to somehow deliver that to either the silos or to one of the drop-off points. Now, the funny thing is that the AI workers will not do this on their own. This means that 60 hours or so into the game, once you have an entire fleet of these bastards running laps to and fro, you will get them just suddenly stopping in the middle of a field and going, well, I'm full. And then you have to drive over there with a tractor, pulling a trailer, and park the trailer underneath the bloody seed depositor.
Does this game have seasons?
Sadly, no.
I want like snow to just completely ruin the crops for the year. I can't believe I'm asking genuine questions about Farming Simulator.
The funny thing is that there is a far more, shall we say, feature-filled game.
But they thought it wasn't true to the original spirit, and they cast it asunder.
Yeah,
I'm
basically,
sure.
the funny thing is that the people who made this game have a contract with a certain publisher that they are only allowed to make games for that company. But a subgroup of this company took on a contract with another publisher and made Agricultural Simulator 2011. Which is actually a fairly graphically impressive game, and that actually has seasons and actual keeping of livestock and so on. But that became such a legal brouhaha that, well, that developer team had to disappear. Both games are on Steam, by the way.
I don't think people other than me use the word brouhaha. I'm quite pleased. Maybe you Swedes aren't so bad.
Yeah, they still are.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty terrible.
Maybe not, but use the word brouhaha.
Making one other turn here.
So is this like, there's a whole load of simulator knockoffs, right? Like, because when Roller Coaster Tycoon came out and Railroad Tycoon, they just got swarmed with other Tycoon games that were really bad.
Like good old Prison Tycoon, which was given out to want a sequel and 2 expansions. Because if there's one thing that truly shows the world how things are done, it's running a for-profit prison. What the hell, United States? What the hell?
I'm gonna monopolize these dirty murderers.
Well, we're almost filled up here, so
I hope you could like
suppose-
rename the prisoners and like check their nausea ratings after they get knifed in the stomach.
I got shivved in the shower today, sad face.
I feel sick, I want to go home. You can't leave, you fool!
Well, they can't in Roller Coaster Tycoon either, because I put a one-way sign pointing away from the exit.
I normally
you
make
can
it
check
like
out any time you like, but you can never, ever
I make like a
leave.
solitary confinement island with like water surrounding it, and sometimes I stick a panda in there too.
Speaking of Roller Coaster Tycoon, though, I've been thinking of doing a Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 Let's Play, because I realized just how amazingly fun the family creation system is.
3's the only one I haven't played, but is it anything like... It's 3D now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I was going to say, the
It
first
actually
two are
allows for
good
a
games.
absolute shitload of customization. I think most of the flack that 3 receives is exactly because it's 3D, and that's pretty much it. It is a pretty much decent game, really.
Because I really like the first two games, but I cannot see them lending themselves well to a Let's Play. Like, at all.
My general idea was to create the most insane and deadly park ever, and then using the Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 family creation ability to bring a
Sort of
family
like The Sims
goons
3,
in.
where you follow a
Yes,
certain... Cool.
exactly. And then simply set that family loose in my park full of death traps, and we can just, you know, bet who lives the longest.
Apparently the developers of Farming Simulator are now 3DS developers.
Thank God.
I've been meaning to buy one, and now I'm sold.
Who cares about Ocarina of Time 3D? I want Farming Simulator on a portable.
Well, they didn't a shitload of stuff get cancelled for it recently. I know Mega Man Legends did.
Don't even talk about Legends. I'm serious.
Are you full
You're
of
one of
rage?
those people?
Those people.
Those dicks.
Well, it was sort of a dick move in that they claim that the reason they are not developing and finishing the game is because the fans weren't motivated enough. I mean,
No one seemed interested.
yeah, I mean, what the hell, right?
They
And
need to do a
then
Tron
3
Bond
days after
too.
it was cancelled, their little dev room had swelled to over 15,000 members. But, you know, they need to re-release Street Fighter again. And Marvel vs. Capcom. By the way, those of you who actually bought Marvel vs. Capcom 3, why, seeing as you probably knew there would be an expanded edition coming within like 2 months? And it is. And it has...
The last one I bought was Tats.
Seriously, is it really any idea to buy Capcom games and release these days? Because, I mean, like every 3 months they re-release the game under a slightly different name with 4 more characters and some bug fixes.
Well, if it works, I guess.
Oh, by the way, we should get off here because I think... see, there is a bit of a mini-game here. Part of their achievements.
Oh,
That's
God. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yep. Look at that. First of all, you can go up here and have a look around this beautiful, completely flat map surrounded by oceans. Absolutely wonderful. Now, see, some here and there are glass bottles like this one. There are actually 100 of these glass bottles hidden all over the place. And what do you do with these glass bottles, you wonder? Well,
Stick them up your
you
ass.
pick them up and you deliver them to the glass
Bottle
recycling.
bank.
And doing that earns us recognition from the locals.
Oh
They
man,
don't exist.
farming and recycling.
These
Yep.
locals don't fucking exist. You're hallucinating. You're only recognising yourself because you think you're a goddamn top bloke because you picked up a bloody bottle.
Well, actually, the thing is that doing that actually increases the resale prices of vehicles.
It's like
so,
that GTA when they stick packages in all these nooks
yeah,
and
only
crannies
this one
and
is
stuff.
even more of a bitch because did you see how small that bottle is? They
Yeah.
don't blink.
Are they randomly
don't
spawn
have
or are
any-
they in fixed
They aren't
areas?
shown on the map or anything. They're just tiny little things hidden in the absolute most assholish positions you could possibly imagine, and there's 100 of them
Are
on
they in
this
fixed
huge
places?
open map. Also, driving a combine harvester down the road is fun as hell. Let's look at this.
You say fun as hell. Is that in the traditional sense of the word fun or relative to the game?
It's German
Tradi-
fun.
More the traditional sense of hell. Because it's approximately as fun as literally being stuck in hell.
I don't know. I reckon you'd have an interesting time down there.
And now, look at this. This is amazing. There is only one scarecrow in the entire game, and it's right here.
It's because there's no crows.
Yep, there are no birds. Now, this guy is a bitch and a half, because if you set an AI worker to try and do anything in this field, they fail automatically. Because
of the
they see the
scarecrow.
scarecrow as a obstruction, so they will not drive within, well, like 10 feet of him.
I wouldn't
at
either.
all.
Terrifying.
Don't mess with him. Maybe you're hiring crows. Maybe that's where you've gone wrong.
Is it the crow starring Brandon Lee? Or...
Yes. You've hired the crow as a worker.
let's see if we can get this off. Come on. Come on. Well, apparently it's not letting me, but we have a solution for that. Yes, I know that's a silo. It looks like a silo. I've seen silos before. So, let's drop it off here instead.
You're genuinely doing a full LP of this game at some point. Like,
it will
actually.
involve shit loads of editing, I can say, and
Like, really?
I will
No, just
probably
upload it in full.
live LP. I'll stream all 619 hours of it. I have to back up a bit. Careful, careful, don't want to tip it over, and attach.
Javelin, your British knowledge is being requested in the chat.
I don't think crow is British slang for anything.
You should make it slang for something.
I should, maybe like... I'm sure you could call an old hag a crow, but it's not a very common term. It's not even slang, it's just a rude thing to call
Now
someone.
look at
really.
this.
Dirty old
There we go,
crow.
Yeah. Now that is like climaxing. Filling up some silence with your seed, that's what I'm talking about.
Just start referring to your pubic hair as the crow.
I don't have black
See if you
hair,
can get
but
that
it doesn't work.
to catch on.
My mind just immediately goes to a murder of crows and how that would fit in with pubic hair, but...
I knew a girl with a surname Crow.
Oh
I
dear.
murdered her.
Let's see, I wonder if we can go to the shop and see if there's anything to pick up there. Actually, come to think of it,
Oh god, Slab. Why isn't Slab commentating? His jokes are just way better than mine.
well,
my...
he hates Tensai, basically.
Pretty much.
I would.
Hey, he can jump on Skype and you can bring him on. I'll drop off.
And apparently now I'm learning new slang with Wolfer. I don't even want to know what that is.
It was your wafer.
Yeah, it's another mockery at your expense.
I'm not surprised.
I don't know what wafer would mean though. Look at the size of that girl's wafer.
Let's see if I can remember where the hell you're supposed to go drop this shit off. I think it's over there. Because there is one central drop-off point that will
Drop it
accept
on the scarecrow.
any sort of grain, and then there are unique drop-off points that will pay a little bit extra for certain kinds.
Like a crackdown.
No, a brewery actually, but...
Oh, yeah, shit man, make the beer.
Yeah, that is actually exactly what it is. It's a combined microbrewery and bar. And you literally dump
Can you get
12,700
smashed?
liters of hops right in there. Sadly, no, you cannot drink.
Because that's the only way you could play this game, I feel.
Not at all, not at all. You have to be perfectly sober to enjoy this. Why am I playing it windowed? Well, King Broly, mainly because I want to be able to read the chat at the same time.
The what?
Wait, there's a chat? I wonder, is that the brewery over there? No, I don't think it is. I think the brewery is over there, right? Yeah, something in the distance. I think that's
Just dump it in the lake.
That's
Fuck it.
illegal.
That's where all my batteries go.
That's where all my corpses go.
Let's see. Am I going the right way? Yes, I think I'm going the right way.
Do your corpses also wear burning American flags?
Well, I'd normally put a flag of their nationality on them.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was awfully respectful.
But then sometimes I don't know where they're from, so I just assume, and that's slightly racist. Just probably Turkish, fuck it. I've got 5 of these things, I need to get rid of one of them.
Turkish
flag.
women or the flags?
The flags, not the corpses.
Let's see, where the hell am I? I wish this map had some more features, honestly. Let's see, I know there's a way to bring up a GPS, but I can't remember the bloody button.
Type in GPS.
Oh wait, there we go, I think that's the brewery right there. Full speed ahead, everyone.
This is limbo. Just genuinely limbo.
Well, yes. Honestly, I think.
Because they're like, you can have a happy existence, but you'll never be truly pleased due to the absence of God. And this is a very godless, green, dull world. But I guess you could find happiness in this shit little brewery, wherever you're going.
right here. Look at this. Pretty nice place, actually. Let's just hope I brought the right sort of grain, otherwise I will be very embarrassed.
Terribly embarrassed. I don't want any of that. Oh goodness.
There we go. Look at all that money going up. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. And let's just leave that stupid thing there and go do something else. Let's see. We can drive to the shop, because if I'm not completely incorrect, I still have a mod installed that should give me a slightly more interesting vehicle. Speaking of mods, if I do an LP of this game, I will mod the ever-living shit out of it, because that allows you to drive tanks, lorries, tanker trucks, and even an airplane, I believe, though it's stuck to the ground, of course. Look at this fucking tutorial shit. Yes, I know, this is the farming shop. See, tractors, combines, trailers, implements, miscellany, animals.
Thanks to its compact size. Never mind, it's gone.
Now this I find is absolutely amazing. You unlock a Deutsch F uns by finding enough of the bottles.
Driving this vintage model through the village will surely
Yeah.
cause some turned heads.
has
Who's gonna
11
turn that head?
It has
Nobody
11
exists.
horsepower. This thing is completely useless in every way.
They're
Seriously.
turning heads to see what kind of fucking dipshit would drive a tractor through the village.
Pretty much. Driving the really big tractors straight through town is really funny, though.
With the shovel, you can haul manure.
Yep, you need a shovel to move manure.
Jesus Christ.
All kinds of cutters, including corn headers. And traders, of course. And a manure spreader and a slurry tanker. Slurry.
If you LP this, are you doing it solo or are you getting guests on? Because if I ever have to comment on this, I'm just going to get drunk, as a warning. Straight up.
I'll just
smack.
buy all my guests a copy of the game and they can join. And as I play and try to do things, they will just completely ruin the farm, going crazy in the background while screaming in the mics. Now look at this. You can even buy a barrel weight. You can actually buy a barrel filled with concrete. And you need to, because some of the implements are so heavy that you need a front weight.
Jeez.
And all of these things are actual products.
In real life.
Official licensed products.
So they're like name dropping themselves and stuff.
They actually have an open deal with these people.
Like them
Agricultural
people that
Simulator is
played
even
Farming
worse.
Simulator will surely buy our horse product. Horse shit.
Ooh. Also, most expensive cow ever, $25,000. you
Mo.
kidding?
That's not a name brand cow, though.
It's a cow, TM cow.
They only sell happy cows.
Yep. Much like
No,
the story in Harvest Moon.
See, if you were a cow, you would not get bought because of your negativity, which is why you need to cheer up.
Well,
Or I
as you
should
can
never
tell
be
by the
bought.
prices and the money I just made, this is not a very fast game. I've been playing for approximately, 40 minutes by now, and I've almost gained enough cash to buy one of these starting tractors.
What, the lizards?
It's shit. The first real tractor is also pretty shit. The K420 is basically the first tractor that's worth buying. By the way, 420 tractor every day.
Do you reckon the makers get, like, death threats for misrepresenting the brands? It's like,
There
no one's
are
buying our
mods
lizard
that
tractors anymore.
rebalance the vehicles to give them more realistic stats, so you tell me.
How dare you badmouth our lizard? You best watch your back, developer.
I've been
man.
bad-mouthing your lizard this whole chat.
Oh, dick jokes.
And best part is that, yes, you can actually run out of fuel. So, from
You
time
have to
to
push your
time, you
tractor.
need to go and refuel the vehicle.
What happens if you run out? You get like game over, or do you have to push it?
You have to push it.
Oh wow.
Then why are we getting fuel? We need to see this pushing mechanic.
The problem is that it would take approximately 3 hours of me driving in circles.
They have realistic levels of fuel.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh man.
I can tell you're hot for this game.
I'm fully moist.
Here we have our cultivator, our plow, and a starting model sprayer. There is this absolutely ludicrous sprayer that you can get later that folds out once and then it folds out again, so it has a span of 14 meters. I love that thing. It's also so heavy that the tractor I had, and the first time I tried to use it, the tractor just sat on its arse, but it still kept moving forward. It was amazing.
Was it? Was it? Really?
Yes, actually it was. It was pretty much the first time I laughed at this game. After having been playing it for 2 hours for no reason whatsoever.
The chat wants to know why you started playing this in the first place.
Well, that is
Jokes.
that is an extremely good question, actually. I mean, I've always been fond of Harvest Moon. I love the old Harvest Moon games. And then I saw Agricultural Simulator. And I figured, what the hell? It was like something, I think it was €6 or something, due to some huge sale on Steam, so I got that. And, well, it was absolutely terrible because it had no time dilation ability, and the AI workers were horrendously slow. We're talking something like an hour and a half in real time to plow a single field, and then another hour to spray it, to prepare it, and then another hour to actually sow the damn thing. And I thought, wow, that's not possible. That's it. I'm not going to be able to play this. And then someone on the Steam forums for the game, where I was looking to see if there actually was any time dilation ability, said that Farm Simulator 2011 was completely superior, and that was also on Steam. So I took a look at that and checked out some videos, and I figured, oh well, this looks like a game. And then I saw that there were literally 1 million mods for it, and that it was German. And then I realized, this game is probably absolutely shit, but I have to get it anyway. And I got it, and I played it ironically, like all we goons do. We do everything ironically until someone actually calls us out on it, apparently. And I realized that it is fun in pretty much the same way as, I don't know, punching yourself is fun.
I do irony ironically.
Yeah, I think that ironical irony is a pretty good description of this game, really. So, well, I haven't actually played it that much. I think that my longest played save had something like 10 hours on it, of which 9 hours was idling, doing other things, while AI workers did the work in the background. But...
So this is on Steam.
Yep.
Right.
The DLC is also on Steam, by the way.
Fantastic.
Though I see no reason to buy the DLC, since there are, as I mentioned, literally over 1,000 modded vehicles just readily available for install. Just look at that, there's a boat.
Are they like more maps, or is it just vehicles?
Maps, vehicles, new grains, additions to the farm.
New grains?
Yep.
Are you having a
grains.
fucking laugh? What the hell? New grains?
Yep.
Is this grain not satisfying enough?
No,
What's-
the funny thing is that they even added advanced grains like rice, which means that you need to prepare a paddy and use specialized tools that only work in water when working with rice, which means that, yeah, you can have a rice field on the other side of the map. You have to run back to your farm, or teleport in this case perhaps, get out, run to your specific tractor, hop on, grab that specific rice paddy tool and drive over there.
So there's missions, yeah? What are the missions? Like, get this much profit and shit.
The missions are basically timed things like, yeah, you have 1 hour to plow these 6 fields, get to it. They are
That's
the
not even
most,
challenging, that's
yeah,
just dull.
it's the most mind-numbing thing you would possibly imagine. I have no idea what they were thinking.
I genuinely don't get it.
And then there's one mission though where you have to get rocks off the road because of a landslide. So you have to go grab a big heavy tractor with the big bulldozer shovel thing and move rocks for 20 minutes. This is literally the best game ever made.
I don't understand.
What is there to understand? Just
Well,
play
well,
and you will...
like, I'm mindful that not everyone thinks the same way I do, but I can't even picture a person who is well up for like a farming simulator enthusiast. Like
Well, why
the sort of
not?
person that would list it on their list of hobbies on their profile or something. I even get stamp collecting. I
I used to
understand like
collect
people that
stamps when I was
play
young.
10 hours of Sudoku at a time. I don't get this. It hurts. I don't understand.
Well, you know. You're stupid, I guess. Ha ha ha.
Look at it!
Yeah, look at this. This is basically the only thing that disappointed me about this game. You want to ride this, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually move you.
Oh no, that would be too fun.
Yeah. So you had to walk up. And then, no, there's an invisible wall here, because once you get into this, well, wall of hay, there is no escape. I mean, look at this. Look at these amazing textures. This is
Maybe there's a
literally
mod to
the best
allow you
game.
in there.
Yeah. Seriously, this looks like something straight out of the freaking build engine. This is like Duke Nukem 3D level. Look at that roof. Or rather ceiling, pardon me. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Sums it up really, don't it?
And that is exactly why I think it deserves an LP. I'm quickly becoming specialized in LPing games that no one else would ever touch. First the entirety of the Master System, now Inca, and tomorrow Farming Simulator. Oh, hey, that's my neighbor. Howdy, neighbor. Then again, everyone is my neighbor here, because for some reason I own literally all the arable land in the entire area. This entire island is mine.
And yet you don't have money for a good tractor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Somehow,
are you on an
despite
island?
that, I start with $5,000. Did I spend it all on buying the island?
You're on an island then, it's like the boundaries of the sea.
Yep. There's sea in 3 directions, I believe, and there are mountains on that end, as you can see. But beyond those mountains, if you open it up in the unofficial map editor, is more water. So
Can you
yes,
like
it's an
swim and
island.
drown, or are you just like stuck?
You can't get into the water properly, what I can remember. But you can drive vehicles into it though, and then they just stop and you have to get out.
Oh god. This is something.
Just look at those water physics.
Why can't you drown?
You desperately want to see me dead, I realize.
I just want some kind of stimulus. There's nothing.
The pleasure of nature, Sudden Javelin. Look at those realistic clouds. Hear the lapping of the water. Enjoy the sound of passing traffic.
Can you get run over? Can you run in front of a car, or do they just stop?
They stop.
Why?
They have complete respect for the farmer.
He does own all the land.
Yep.
He's definitely some kind of
basically, the
tyrant.
only parts of this entire island that I do not own are the actual houses in the city, or rather town, and the different drop-off points. Everything else is mine.
It's just a social commentary on the expansion of China.
You'd think so, right?
That's a good question. Is there like a cliff you can drive off of?
No. I mean, you can't flip your vehicle, but that's pretty much it. So, yeah.
Does the vehicle not explode? Can you not damage it to the point of disrepair?
No.
If you buy a cow, can you kill it? Can you
I'm
run it
so
over?
so disappointed.
The cows are hidden inside a closed-off corral
Oh, of
and in
course.
the building, so you can't actually even hit the cows.
Jesus Christ.
Anything they thought might be fun, they've restricted you from.
This is a farming game, come on. Though, as mentioned, there are plenty of interesting mods.
Because the
So
cows get foot and mouth disease.
no, you can misfeed them though. In which
Misfeed
case,
them.
yeah,
Do they die or do they just get a
basically
bit
by not
poorly?
feeding them. No, they just get ill, and then
You
they
give them
don't.
the wrong seed.
Then they don't produce milk until you start feeding them again.
Delivered as a suppository.
I mean, just standing there, just smelling, smelling those grains. Ah, this is literally the best game.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's a fucking joke.
To you, maybe, but I will have you know that every year when the new version of Farm Simulator is released, it is the #1 bestseller in Germany for several weeks.
What's the number 2? Do
Pain.
they sell any other games?
Modern
A kick in
Warfare,
the
maybe?
crotch.
I don't know. Maybe a croquet game? I don't know. What do Germans do?
What do Germans do?
Well, except invading Poland, etc.
Oh,
Too
relevant.
soon.
What? Am I going to have to start making hit-to-tit jokes?
That's iffy.
Do you remember those Egyptian plagues, guys? Am I right? Oh, wait, that was biblical.
Let's get biblical in Farming Simulator 2011. That is perfect. That is going to be the thread title.
I like it.
And I'm going to read out loud various verses from the Bible that speak of farming and peasants.
Reading the Bible and farming is pretty much the Midwestern American life.
Yeah, and there is a Midwest map available for download,
Oh, hell
including
yes.
traditional Midwestern American grains and American vehicles.
Oh my god. It's like in other games where you unlock alternate costumes for your characters and stuff. In this, it's just alternate grains.
Yeah, and the best part is that there is also a Texas map. I love that thing. It is literally a almost perfectly circular farm in the middle of the map, and that is just huge fields in every direction. Not a single landmark, nothing, not even a town. So it's a map specifically made for you to grab the biggest freaking harvesters, tractors and tools you can and just planting and sowing and harvesting and planting and sowing and harvesting again.
Can you
Endlessly.
customize your farmer?
No, you can't have a mod him so that he looks differently.
Okay. Well, that's something, I suppose.
There are no anime girl mods, sorry to say.
Well, someone should crack on with that.
You can get a red cap instead of a blue one though.
Oh, hell yes. Oh, wow. Excitement.
The mods we've all been waiting for.
Seriously,
When
this
you fought, a blue cap was all there was.
really, this game has a bigger modding community than Oblivion properly. I mean, there is a dedicated blog that only handles the mods released for this game. And it has something like 12 updates per day. I don't know who is making all these vehicles, but damn.
Dickheads.
I just can't believe for the last half an hour you've ignored your crops.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, they're eternal. They can't fail. There is literally no element of danger in this game whatsoever. You can plant corn on the far corner of the map, then go and do dig all for 20 hours, and you can come back and harvest it. The only possible challenge really is
Finding
spraying
something
the crop.
fun
Yeah.
to do.
Well, spraying the crops before they start growing, I suppose, so that you get a little more harvest out of it.
The biggest challenge is deriving pleasure.
Well, I'm using it to torture you right now. That's fun as hell. This is a sadist's game.
It's working.
And Q-Square tells us that the pre-order numbers in for Farming Simulator 2011 was 150,000. That's 150,000 pre-orders, not globally, but in a single nation.
I'm looking up the population of Germany here.
Yeah, I was wondering what percentage that is.
All of them. All of the Germans.
Every German. Fuck you. I suppose because Germany's really strict with their censorship. That's why they contract to become Probotector. So they're just like, well, we don't get any blood and gore. Let's just fucking farm.
There are roughly 70 million Germans, so...
Apparently there's 70 million Germans.
Yeah, basically, anyone who read that wonderful Harvest Moon LP that basically turns out that he was trapped in some sort of horrible other dimensional town that he could not escape, that is what Farming Simulator 2011 actually is. That is this game.
If you recorded this.
I have been recording every single moment.
You can re-experience it.
I'm going to put it unedited on YouTube, and then I'm going to link everyone to it. Adding us a little closer with, look forward to my partner LP with Sudden Javelin.
Oh, is this like a preview?
This is definitely a preview.
The fun, the frills and spills to come.
Hey, trust me, I can make this interesting. Well, no I can't, but the mods maybe can make it a little more interesting. I hope. And Johnny, the funny thing is that you say 10,000 hits, and I bet that if I actually tagged it as Farming Simulator and Landwirtschaft Simulator and so on, the actual German name and Let's Play, that would probably get 10,000 hits.
You should get all these German people like, who is this ignorant Englishman? He does not understand the subtle beauty of Farming Simulator.
The English.
If only we'd won the war.
Well, there is bad blood between you, but I suppose that you can be the peace envoy, you know?
I don't mind the Germans, I just don't like their games.
But games is what define a culture. Don't you understand? Sweden is all about battlefield. That is Sweden. Tactical, team-based war games. It's Sweden in a nutshell, since we've been at peace since 1814.
Not if you keep up that attitude.
Yeah.
Picking fights with both the British and the Americans. There's no better plan. Well, let's see. I think I'm going to turn in for now, and we'll leave it at that. Those who desire more Farming Simulator, well, as I said, it's on Steam. Or you can look forward to the LP.
We're all running to buy it now.
Also, look at this.
I'm scrambling for my wallet.
Realistic trash can. This is an actual German model. We actually use those in Sweden as well. Also, he has a really strange but really nice house. What I don't
If everything could ever be this real forever, Slab. If everything could ever be the same again.
You start with a car for some reason.
The only thing I'll ever ask of you, you've got to promise not to stop when I say when. She sang.
No, King Brother, you cannot open or drive the car. However, there is a mod that places an exact identical car here that is drivable. Also, actual...
So this is you breaking and entering now?
well, no, this is my house, so to speak.
Oh, it's your house. I thought you were like perving on some old woman.
Oh, hey, look, it's Tensai. Well...
Hey, I don't have pants on in there.
I'm not surprised. Oh, can I open the trash can? No, I cannot open the trash can. And I cannot attach a seeder to a car, no. Only tractors and certain harvesters have rear attachment points. This is very important. This is game balance.
Speaking of rear attachment points, if you know what I mean.
Oh dear.
Thank God we finally got to the sex jokes.
Anal sex.
Sudden Javelin is the prisoner of sex. Well, what do you think, guys? Should we call it a night? I have to get up
I didn't
in,
think
like,
this could end. I thought I was trapped like this.
well, it
This
will
is
never
purgatory.
it will never end for you. Everyone else will log off, but you will be glued to your screen, and it will just be this viewpoint running around staring at farm vehicles.
I'm in hell.
Lizard Sovereign 58. Well, I have to get up in 7 hours to go grab a truck to drive the last of my stuff out of this apartment, so I'm going to have to leave you now, I'm afraid. And due to me moving, it will take quite a while before I can get a YouTube playlist up of the farming simulator video. So you are
It
going
would just
to
raise the suspense.
Yeah, exactly.
See, Javelin, you're just gonna have to buy it yourself.
I
Yep.
guess so.
I mean, it's only like £14 or something. Come on.
£14 for this.
Come on. Well, thanks everyone who's still watching. You're great. Sudden Javelin sucks. I agree. I hope to see you again next Saturday when we will be taking on our next system library. Make sure not to miss it, because, well, I think it's actually going to be even more terrible than the Master System, so,
When else do you get a chance to watch Engage games?
hell yeah. I don't think I even know a single person that actually got one. No, wait! I do know one person who bought one. I actually know a person who used to own an N-Gage.
Bring him on.
I know a guy that had one. He used to mock me. Well, back when the DS first came out, he was like, "You got a DS? Look at me with my fucking N-Gage." And that didn't go very well.
Oh dear. Well, enough N-Gage chat. Tensai, Sudden Javelin, thank you for being here, especially you, Sudden Javelin. You were first in, and you're now last out on the Master System
Bookending it and
library,
stuff.
so, yeah.
And
Been
first
great
in
having
and
you.
last out of my mom, too.
Wait, I thought I was your father.
Well, you got his sloppy seconds.
There
I'm
were a
sorry.
lot of people at that party. It could have been anyone.
Virgin conception. Let's just stop with all these horrible jokes and stop the stream, shall we? Thanks
Yeah.
for watching, everyone. See you around.
So yeah.
And it ends with someone just snickering to themselves. Right, let's save that game so we can pick it back up later. Let's
Oh.
check my achievements. Novorish, you are well healed. I also have Mobile Farmer, Long Player, Fruits of Your Labor, Sower, and that's it.
You need to work harder.
Yeah. I like the long play. Your playing time in a single save game has reached over 10 hours, yeah, and I was literally watching the game for less of an hour of that time. Jesus.